Hello. So this is a recording of a Zoom session that I'm doing. Just doing a little moon salute, based on the moon salute. So we just start cross-legged. I know you can't see me for the dog, but just cross legs if that's okay, and just start to open up the hips to start with. So just get yourself sinking back onto the sit bones and then come forward. Exhale forward and inhale back. So slow down the movement rather than speeding up the breath. You want the movement and the breath to be in sync. Exhale forward, inhale to the side, push into the thigh and stretch all the way back onto the sit bones so you feel a nice stretch here. Exhale forward and around to the other side. So it's just semicircles, side to side. Opening up the hips, stretching the inner thighs. And I thought it'd be nice to do the moon salutes tonight. We've got a new moon on Sunday. So let's just begin with a couple of warm-ups, and I'm going to do a Kriya. Just do one more side to side. I'm going to do the Kapalabhatti Kriya. So just come back to the center, shake out, roll the shoulders. If you want to stretch the legs out, anything you need to do is just fine. And then make sure that you are sitting comfortably. If you need to be on a block, you want to roll up your mat behind you, or just even, change your position. You don't need to be cross-legged. So the Kapalabhatti, I'm going to start with this straightforward Kapalabhatti, then we're going to do alternate nostril Kapalabhatti. So what we do with this is we need to lift the ribs. So because we've lifted the ribs, and the ribs are the secondary breathing apparatus, we can relax the breath, and the breath will come in slightly. So normally when you relax, it would be an exhale. That would be the relaxed state. But if you lift the ribs, then when you relax, a little bit of breath will come in, and that's going to help us in our Kapalabhatti. So the active part of the breath is an exhale, pumping the lower belly back in towards the spine and up towards the diaphragm. So it's like a, and then that pumps the breath out, and then you just let go, and the breath should come in as long as you've got your ribs lifted. So do a few, you can do 10, 20, 50, however many you want, pumping the navel, pumping the low belly. And anytime you feel like you're running out of breath, stop, take a breath in, don't fight for your breath. Take a breath in, take a couple of breaths in, and do another round. So inhale. Exhale halfway, make sure the ribs are lifted, and start pumping the low belly. And you can speed up if you want. And then deep breath in, let go. Just roll the shoulders up a stretch. Exhale, release. And just move around, stretch. Check out the shoulders. Any movements that you feel you need, we'll take another deep breath here. And relax. So now to do this with the alternate nostrils, you take the right hand and you use the right thumb to block the right nostril. You can rest your two fingers, first and second finger, on the third eye between the eyebrows, and you can use your ring finger to block the left nostril. And all we're going to do is using the same movement, the same kind of pumping action, pumping the low belly in and back to exhale. And then, so the exhale is a bit more forceful, but it's a slightly more active inhale. So your exhale, inhale through the left nostril, then we're going to hold the position. So it's exhale, inhale, retain for a count of 2. Exhale, inhale through the right nostril for a total of 1 second. Retain, count to 2, and do the left side. So I'm just going to demonstrate this. So blocking the right nostril, it's a exhale, inhale, hold, hold. Exhale, inhale, hold, hold. So what I'll do is I'll use my hand and nod my head with a count, so you know what we're doing. And release. And I should have said get a tissue if you need one, just to wipe the nose. So this will clear out the nasal cavity, the sinuses and everything. And take a couple of breaths, and then we're going to do the exhale, inhale, hold for a count of 1. Exhale, inhale, hold for a count of 1. This is exactly the same. We're just going to be speeding up the process a wee bit. And keep the ribs lifted, this will help. So ready, inhale, lift the ribs and go. And release. Take a breath. And then we're just going to go faster now. So don't worry about getting your speed up, but it's just out, in, out, in. So it's 1 second, 1 second, 1 second, 1 second. So it's a second for the whole exhale, inhale, more attention. And then you can speed up like a train. So I'm going to do it, and I'm going to speed up, and then I'm going to slow down. Don't worry, when I first saw this, I thought, oh my God, how's she doing that, you know? It does go quite fast, so don't worry, that's fine. Just stick with the 1 second, if that's where you're at, okay? So again, when you're ready, inhale. And if you exhale halfway, remember you're pumping the belly, it's forceful, and your ribs are lifted. And release. And just sit now with your eyes closed if you want, or just soften your eyelids. Gaze towards the tip of the nose, roll the shoulders, sink back onto the sit bones, and just breathe, connecting with the breath, and observe how your breathing feels. How does your head feel? Is it a bit clearer? Clears all around the eyes and the nasal cavity, the sinuses, if you're getting like congestion in any way, or I don't know if it's still hay fever season, it's maybe done, but anything like that. A few more breaths here. Just a natural breath. Not forcing, not judging. Just letting go. Inhale, lengthen up through the crown of the head. And roll the shoulders back and down. Gently start to open the eyes. Now start to move, wriggling the fingers and the toes all around in the spine. And let's just take the hands and take a big stretch. Push the hands out, push the hands up towards the ceiling. And lift up through each side. Up to the back of the spine. And then let's just take some side bends gently. Inhale to the center, lengthen up, and exhale to the side. And again, inhale, lengthen. Exhale to the side. Try and keep both sit bones grounded equally as you bend. So it's not about how much you can bend. It's really about how grounded you can be on the sit bones as you bend. Stretching up. Just release. And then just take the hands down forcefully, pushing against an imaginary force, and feel the energy moving around the wrists and the forearms as you come down to the bottom of the legs. And then just release. We're going to start getting up onto our feet now. We're going to start warming up for our moon salute. My specs on, so I've got notes on that. Right, on that. Okay, so let's just come up. Maybe change the angle, I think, slightly. And let's just get grounded on the feet. Let's just stand in Tadasana. Spread the toes if you can. Pull the heels back. Make the feet as big as you can. And then just start moving around, exploring the weight distribution on the feet and how that affects the whole body. As you lean forward, the back body is going to switch on. You can feel that. Maybe more in the upper body or maybe at the backs of the thighs. And as you lean back, you might feel something switching on around about the front of the lower part of the torso. So try and find that equilibrium point where everything's nice and even, nice and balanced. Moving side to side as well. Keep the knees soft, engage the abdominals, roll the shoulders. And just draw the shoulders back towards each other. And then up every vertebrae in the spine, all the way up and out through the crown of the head, and up the back of the neck. And if you've got your eyes closed, just gently open them. I'm just going to take the legs wide. So you might want a mat across the way here. I'm just going to take the legs a little bit wide and just bend the knees and just observe. So I'm just going to go side to side and start stretching the inner leg, the inner thigh, and the hips. So as you come down, if you feel like your heel's lifting and this is compressing, then you need to take your feet wider. So it's all about your own body structure, bone structure. Just pushing down into both feet and going side to side. Inhale across the center. Exhale down and feel that stretch. Relax the neck. And start opening up, stretching the leg more and more with each breath. So you're just moving across the front, side to side. Don't twist the hips. Just a stretching the inside of the legs. And then come back. And then just move the feet in a little bit closer. So they're maybe a little bit wider than shoulder width. Don't have them too close. We're just going to stretch the spine here. So stretch the hands forward and feel the weight coming forward onto the balls of the feet and feel the stretch right in the upper body, the upper chest, near the armpits. Honey, why are you hiding through there? Pushing down into the fingertips if you can. Feel that stretch, pulling back from the tailbone, lengthening out through the crown of the head. And then bring the hands in a little bit closer and take the weight onto the heels now and start bending and straightening the legs. So depending on your bone structure around the ankles and depending on how flexible you are in the calves, you may be able to do a flat squat. Don't worry if you can't. Just bend and straighten the legs, pushing down into the flat feet if you can. So exhale as your bum comes down. Inhale as it comes up and the legs straighten. Relaxing the neck, so the neck is a continuation. So as we come down, we're like a frog looking up. And then the head, we're looking through the legs. So this should be isolating the thigh muscles, really switching on the thigh muscles. Now, you can't really see properly for you. He likes to sit in front of me. So the wider your legs are, the easier it is actually. It's quite difficult to do a flat-footed squat. With the feet, and although you know some people can do it with their feet together, they've got super hypermobile ankles. How are you getting on? Doing good. And then see if you can just come down and turn the feet out and come into a little squat. So you're just warming up because we're going to do this as part of our moon salute. So it's a little bit extreme just to launch into it. So just see how you get on. Just maybe opening up, taking the hands together, elbows pushing the legs, but just being careful. You're not straining anything, just find the edge of your comfort zone. Your back in a nice straight spine. Stretch. If you want, you can rock back and forward, exploring that connection of the feet on the mat. Stretch. Find the sacrum. And then take the hands down and then just stretch the legs up and just release. Locking out the knees is going to switch off the thighs and just give you a little break. 2 inches. 2 inches. And now we're just going to bring the feet a little bit closer. And we're going to do our Utkatasana. So maybe the feet are about hip width or narrower, maybe 3 or 4 inches. And bend the knees and don't let the knees fall in towards each other. Keep the legs parallel. Inhale, draw the elbows back, shoulder blades back towards each other and feel the core switching on. So that's your inhale. Exhale, pull the belly in and stretch the arms up, but keep the knees bent. And then inhale and come back down. So it's a dynamic. Up and down. Inhale up. And exhale down. Pull the shoulder blades back towards each other. And then lift the arms up. And then come back down. So you can stay here moving with the breath. Inhale up, exhale down. If you need to take a break, locking out the legs and hand forward. Or if you want, you can hold the position. But don't hold your breath. So if you're holding the position, with every inhale, you can lengthen, soften, and neutralize the spine. And with every exhale, you can dig a bit deeper. Feel the burn. So it's your class, it's your practice. How hard do you want to feel the burn? You've got the 3 options. Keep moving, stay still, or fold forward and have a break. Just as long as you're breathing, I don't care. As you hold the position, you might feel the weight coming back onto the heels a bit more, and that's fine. Just keep the lower back nice and neutral. Inhale, straighten the legs and come down. Forward, release. Just hand the neck forward. Relax the jaw. And take the elbows in opposite arms and just hang. Relaxing, restoring the breath. Just turn the breather. Good. And then release the hands down. Just give the neck a little shake side to side. Release the neck. It's quite good because we carry our head all around all day and it's 13 pounds in weight. Sometimes it's quite good just to let the head stretch the neck out in the opposite direction. Just while we're here. And bend the knees, take the hands onto the knees and come up halfway. Take a breath. And then slowly come up the rest of the way. And shake out. Good. Not bad for a warm up. And take the feet maybe a little wider than hip, maybe about shoulder. Sink a little bit back onto the heels. Keep the knees soft, keep the hips facing the front. And then a nice little Taoist twist. Hand tree posture. Just round to release the spine. Let the hands, the arms, gently pat the internal organs. Release the spine. And then slowly allow the arms to come back to the center, slowing down. Coming back to the center and shake out. Just going to do a couple of little gentle balance pose. So just step onto the right foot, spread the toes, pull the heel back, and then don't knock out the standing knee and take the left leg up behind if you can. Just hold on to the leg, the front and the top of the foot. Keep the knees together, thighs parallel. If you feel quite stable, you can take your arm up, just gazing at a point that's not moving. Breath here. And if you feel like you're flexible and stable enough, take the arm down. Can you hold on to the foot with both hands? Maybe not, don't worry. Then we're going to switch hands. So we're taking the left legs up and we're holding it with the right arm. And then again, maybe you can take the left arm up. Just make sure your spine is straight, the weight is even on all points of that standing leg. Engage the abdominals and lengthen through the spine. And then gently bring the arm back down and release. Take the leg back down. Shake out the legs. Massage the feet into the mat. Do whatever you need to do to release. We're going to switch sides. So just taking the weight down onto the left foot, spread the toes, take the heel back, make the foot nice and big, soft knee, and then take the right hand onto the top of the right foot and just feel a nice stretch here, and then take that arm up. If you feel stable enough, check the weight distribution on your left leg, on your left foot. Lifting and lengthening, and then take the left arm behind, hold on to the foot with both legs if you can, that's suitable, and then switch, taking the right arm away and lift it up, lengthen, nice and tall. Exhale, take the arm down, drop, leg down, give it a shake, release the knee, release the ankles, the wrists, everything, shaking out, and then we'll just come into our little sun salute. So we're going to really go slow, breaking it down and changing it slightly, make it more accessible. And then we do another round slightly quicker. So probably coming over to your the left side of the mat slightly to start with. I'm just going to inhale the arms up. And exhale the arms down to prayer position. Check the weight distribution on the feet. Check the shoulders are nice and relaxed. Draw the shoulder blades back towards each other and keep the knees soft. And when I inhale the arms up, and you can take the feet a little bit wider for your side bend. We're going to do a side bend, so the important thing is that you're not leaning all the way onto that side. So leaning over to the right side. Make sure that you've got weight on both feet, nice and even. And then we're just going to come back upright and take the right leg over and the arms down into goddess. I'm just adding something a little bit different here in goddess, and we'll do a bit of breathing and we're going to move the arms in and out. So we're going to inhale in position, and as we exhale, we're going to take the arms in to the outside edge of the arms, touch, and then inhale and feel the tension at the front of the chest as you inhale into the front of the chest. Feel that expansion. And if you need to stop with the legs, just straighten them, lock them out, and keep moving. Inhale as you open the arms out. Inhale the arms out. And then straighten the legs up and take the hands out. Just check the weight distribution on the fronts and backs of the feet. We're going to turn slightly to the right. So turn the toes to the right. We'll come into a triangle. So try and keep the chest oriented over to the center. So you can bend that right knee a little bit if you want, but just try and keep a nice straight line. Then come into your triangle. So you can clean about your triangle. You can take the left arm behind your head. You can straighten the right arm a bit. And then take the left arm straight up, really stretching the arms. And if you want, you can take the left arm overhead. Take one more breath here. And then release your left arm back down onto your hip and turn the orientation of your hips. Turn the orientation of the left foot. So it's turning out slightly and then fold forward into Parsvattanasana. So push back onto the heel of the right foot so that your weight is pushing back onto the left leg, nice and flat. And then drop the right foot down. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, drape the body down. Keep pushing down into both feet, nice and strong. Relax the neck, relax the shoulders. One more breath here, and then we're going to move into a lunge. So I'm just going to show you a slightly different variation of a lunge. Bend the right knee, take the hands down. And then I want you to lift up off the right foot and come onto the knee and the top of the right foot or the right toes. So you can curl or you can have the leg flat and sit down. And now we've got a nice lunge stretching here, but just protecting the groin and the right leg. So have a nice stretch here. You can come onto your left toes. You can lift up. Or you can come down and then you can maybe start rolling over down towards your left pelvic area. And then feel that stretch coming right up here. Yes. And then turn. So you're turning back onto your right glute and then keep that right leg in front and then just turn on to the inside edge of the left leg. And if you can, sit up straight and just look over this way, that's fine. If you need to modify maybe in any way at all, that's fine. Make sure your knees aren't complaining. And then from here, just come all the way back onto the sit bones. So I'm now on both sit bones and I'm in a wide leg stance. I'm going to fold forward, but one knee's bent, one right knee's bent. So I'm going to just explore that stretch. So if you come down over your bent knee, that's the least intense. So you can start with that. I love you too high. And then you can start moving a little bit towards the center so that you're folding right down into the center. Keep grounding into both sit bones. And then if you want, you can move around so that you're stretching over the straight leg, and that's going to be slightly more intense. So remember, just go to wherever is the edge, and if you don't get right and down over your straight leg, that's fine. So nice stretch around the hips, and the inside of the leg. And then release back up. I'm just going to swap legs. From this stance, just come up and take the left leg and bend it in. And take the right leg and straighten it out. And come forward. Maybe first over the bent leg. Do a nice stretch. You can move side to side. Play with the edge. Explore the stretch. And coming down to the center. How are you? Light pain today? Light pain? Oh, I know you want to. And then you can move around over your straight leg again. It depends on how flexible you're feeling just now. And then just come up. And then turn more towards your left side and turn onto the inside edge of your right leg. Maybe sitting up straight. Okay. And then come round. And we're going to come into a squat. So we've done this already, but we're going to stay here. Have a few more breaths. If you need a block underneath your heels, that's fine. And just take a few breaths. Elbows pushing into the inside of the knees and hands in prayer position. See if you can open up across the front of the chest. Inhale. Feel the softness of the inhale. Feel the body expanding, filling up with space and lightness and ease. And softening in the pelvic floor, softening any tension around the low belly. And on your next exhale, I want you to pull your low belly back in towards your spine. We're going to tap into the pelvic floor now. So as you exhale, pull in. And at the end of that exhale, you might be aware of the pelvic floor just pulling up slightly. And as you inhale, soften and lighten. And as you exhale, feel that sthira, that strength, that firmness. Deep into the pelvic floor. One more breath here if you can. And then release. And then slowly just turn around onto your left shin, top of the foot, or curling onto the toe. And then the right leg behind you, either on curling onto the toe or onto the top of the foot. And come into your lunge. And you can lift the torso up. And if you come onto your right leg and lift your knee, you get a more intense stretch here again. Think about rolling the right pelvis down towards the floor. And feel that stretch. There's a lot of things to explore here in this stretch. And leave that pen. Goodness gracious. Goodness gracious. And then come back. And from the lunge, we're just going to come back into the Parasvatanasana, which is your side stretch. So this right foot is turned out slightly. Again, lift up onto the left heel and push the weight back onto the right leg. And then drop the left foot flat and push down vertically into both legs evenly. Just relax the upper body, relax the neck, relax the jaw. Relax the neck. And then just soften the left knee, turn the right foot to approximately right angle, bend the left knee and lift up into your triangle. So remember your options. You can start with the knee bent, you can keep the knee bent, you can take the right arm behind your head if you want. You want to stretch up the armpit. And then if you want, you can straighten the left leg and stretch the arms up vertically. Trying to make the limbs as long and the spine as long as you can. Pushing down into the feet and then optionally take the right arm overhead. Turn the chest up to face the front. And then from here, bend the left leg just to push yourself up. And then take the feet parallel, take the arms out. And then from here, you might want to just shake out. We're going to come back into goddess, but you might want to just take a wee break here. Shake out. And then come back. And then in your goddess, bend the knees and take the arms out. This time we're going to change the breathing a little bit. So we're going to get this right. We're going to inhale in position. Then we're going to exhale. And then we're going to inhale as we bring the arms in. Exhale as we bring the arms out. So as you inhale now, take the attention to the back of the chest, feeling the breath coming into the back, feeling the back of the chest, the ribs and the lungs expanding as you inhale. So the significance of the front and the back of the chest, the chakras, and you know that your heart chakra is in the center of the chest. So keep the breathing going, inhaling as the arms come in. And the significance of that is love being given, active love, and being receptive, receiving, allowing gifts to come. Feeling worthy, feeling that you deserve things. Even somebody paying you a compliment and you just say, yeah, thank you. I like it too. And exhale. And then just step the feet together, arms up. And into your side bend on the left side. Again, just check the weight distribution. Keep breathing. And as you lean to the left, make sure you've got weight on the right foot. And come up. Exhale, palms down in front of the chest. Roll the shoulders, soften the knees, and just get that weight nice and even on all points of the feet. Stay here with your breath. You can close your eyes if you want. Keep the knees soft. Checking in with your energy, with your breath, with the physical sensations in the body. Just noticing any changes. Just deep breath in, lengthening up through the spine and out the crown of the head. One more breath, pushing down into the soles of the feet, keeping the knees soft. And exhale the arms down, slowly start to open the eyes. Shake out everything. Shake out the arms, shake out the legs. Swing the arms back and forward. Shrug the shoulders up and down. And then just doing your Taoist twists again. Just to release the spine. So keep going here. A few more breaths. Let's see the time. Oh, we might have time. Do we have time? Do we have time? Yeah, let's make time. Let's do another round. But this time we just do it a bit quicker. We'll do it a little bit more at pace. This Friday. So again, come over to the left and just breathe naturally. We're going to put this all together into one flow. So it shouldn't take as long this time. So when you're ready, inhale the arms up. And just side bend to the left, soft knees. Sorry, side bend to the right. And then up and step to your goddess. Just a breath in goddess. Simple if you want. And then straighten the arms. Turn the feet to the right side and come into your triangle. Drop the left arm, turn the feet towards the right side into your Parsvottanasana side stretch. And then just take the knee down, come into a lunge. Take a breath and lunge. And this time we're not going to go down onto the floor. Maybe just turn a little bit to the side and then come into your squat position. Let's take one breath in squat. Inhale, push the elbows in, stretch across the front of the chest, look up. Exhale the arms down, stretch the back of the chest. Drop chin to chest. Okay, aligned. One more breath. Inhale. Expanding the front. Exhale, expanding the back. And then switch. Take the leg down. And stretch. Inside edge of the right leg. And then turn round into your squat. Take a breath in squat. And then curl onto your toes, lift up into your Parsvottanasana. Both feet more or less facing to the left. Right foot turned out slightly. And then turn the right foot to right angles. Bend the left knee. Stretch up into your triangle pose. Inhale, come up. Straight legs, straight arms. And then bend the knees into your goddess. Sink. Inhale, step the feet together. Stretching to the left. Inhale. Exhale. Prayer position, Anjali Mudra. And just stay here. Check in with yourself. Kali Sukha. Stay here. Check the weight distribution on the feet. Check the energy. Check the breath. Not forcing. Not judging. Just accepting. And go with the flow. Inhale, lengthen up through the spine, allowing the breath to restore. Exhale the shoulders back and down. Gently bring the arms down. Slowly open the eyes and just shake out. Release. And then just hang forward. Feet about hip width. Knees bent. Hang forward. And maybe just transferring the weight side to side. Circling round side to side. Keeping the knees bent. Releasing the back. Releasing the spine. Just letting the head hang down. Turn the head, come down towards the floor, relax the neck, relax the jaw, and then become still and release the arms down, shake out, and then bend the knees, take the hands down, we're going to come down onto your backs, and we're just going to roll back and forward nice and easy, just giving yourself a nice back massage. So we're talking about the moon, talking about the yin, the feminine, which is the receptive side, the back of the body. So really just nice and easy, just roll. Not trying to roll to any particular purpose. Just feel the back, getting a massage as you roll. Trying to touch down on every vertebrae. And if you want to, if you feel like you've got the capability, you might want to roll all the way back and forward. So like this. Don't worry if that's something that you feel you're having to strive for. We're not striving today. We're just rolling with it. We're going with the flow, and if that's not happening, that's fine. And just take your hands onto your legs if you need to. Don't worry too much about this. I'm just on the cool down now. And then we'll check the time. Okay, yeah. We've got time to come down. Oh, you're coming over. If you're coming all the way over, that's fine. Otherwise, just come down and let's give ourselves a little roll back massage. Just take the knees up and circle them round and round. So we're massaging the low back. And then maybe rolling all the way over onto the side. See if you can massage the whole of the back of the chest. And all the way over. Just giving yourself a nice, well-deserved back massage. Making sure the neck is nice and relaxed. And then just come down, take the feet down, and take whatever last movements, any shakes, stretching, twisting, anything you feel you need to do, any last movements. And then I'm going to show you, in case you've never seen this, I'm going to talk. You don't have to go into this. You can come into any relaxation position you want. But I'm going to show you how to do this Vipariti Mudra against the wall. So basically, we just bring our backside as if we're sitting on the wall, and the torso is going straight up the mat in the centre. Yeah, it has to be up the centre line. If it's squinting, what happens when you roll onto your back is that your lines squint. So you want your bum as close to the wall as you can, and then you can push your feet into the wall, lift your sacrum, and optionally put something underneath your low back, any kind of raise. Could be a rolled up mat or a blanket, or anything at all, or nothing. Just take the arms out to the sides, or you can take one hand on the low belly, one hand on the upper chest. If you're just lying in Shavasana, you can take the feet to the corners of the mat, just roll them open. If you've got your legs up like this, you can have the soles of the feet together, knees out to the sides. Or you can take the legs right out to the side, and you don't have to stay in the same position. Obviously, you can do something and then move as uncomfortable. If you prefer, you could be lying just with your knees up onto the furniture, a bed or a sofa or something. Take both hands on the belly if you prefer, just whatever feels good. So just stay here. When you are ready, you can just lift and take your block or whatever away and roll to the side. But stay here for a bit longer if you can. Hang on a moment. Just take a nice deep breath. All the way down into the pelvis, into the low belly. Just releasing any tension. And as you exhale, just sink down into the mat. Connection with the earth element. Steadiness, that's stability. Security and safety. And abundance. Staying here with the breath. Staying here, body. So I'm just going to close the meeting now and just stay here for as long as you can. A nice rest. Restore, relax. And then whenever you're ready to come out nice and gently, nice and slowly. So thanks very much for joining. Thank you for watching and see you soon. Stay safe. Bye. Thank you.